So I wanted to share something from this amazing book, Anam, Cara by John O'Donoghue. He's an amazing writer, poet, among other things. And he's talking about how there is no spiritual program, or there shouldn't be a spiritual program, should or shouldn't, whatever. But he's basically saying that throughout time there have been many programs put on us, and they've served us. They've helped us and given us some kind of structure and steps towards enlightenment, whatever you want to call it. But what John O'Donoghue says is, you do not have to go away outside yourself to come into real conversation with your soul and the mysteries of the spiritual world. The eternal is at home within you. The eternal is not elsewhere, it's not distant. There is nothing as near as the eternal. He says the land of eternal youth is behind the house, a beautiful land fluent within itself. The eternal world and the mortal world are not parallel, rather they are fused. Behind the facade of our normal lives, eternal destiny is shaping our days and our ways. The awakening of the human spirit is a homecoming. Yet, ironically, our sense of familiarity often mitigates against our homecoming. When we are familiar with something, we lose the energy, edge, and excitement of it. Generally, the familiar, precisely because it's familiar, is not known. This is a powerful sentence. Behind the facade of the familiar, strange things await us. This is true of our homes, the place where we live, and indeed of those with whom we live. Friendships and relationships suffer immense numbing through the mechanism of familiarization. We reduce the wildness and the mystery of a person and the landscape to the external familiar image. Yet, the familiar is merely a facade. Familiarity enables us to tame, control, and ultimately forget the mystery. We make our peace with the surface as image, and we stay away from the otherness and fecund turbulence of the unknown which it masks. Familiarity is one of the most subtle and pervasive forms of human alienation. And I really take from that, because it's really easy for us to think that we know somebody or have our own illusion built up in our mind of what that person is. But actually, if we step away completely from our judgment and our thoughts and what we think about that person, in actual fact, if we're just looking clean and clear at them, particularly into their eyes, gazing into the soul of another person releases all of that judgment, and we can really get to see the essence of that being, that the soul of the person within. And that's the true essence of the connection, and not familiarity and assuming that we know and trying to push our own ways onto somebody else. We're here to encourage each other to grow and reveal our own true magnificence from within, and to encourage that in another is beautiful and magic. And it's beautiful and magic. That's it.